Hey Canucks fans, the Vancouver Canucks have been defeated by the Montreal Canadiens 5-1 at Rogers Arena just 2 days after the Canucks had defeated the Canadiens 2-1 in a shootout. But this is a completely different game. I'm going to go through all the goals with you before we talked about what I liked, what I didn't like, and one other thing. The Canadiens dominated the first period, outshooting the Canucks 16-4, I think it was, but they only got one goal to show for it, and the Canucks could probably consider themselves lucky to come out of the first period only down a goal. But it was Jesperi Kotkaniemi. I can barely say that guy's name. I'm still mad at him for injuring Pettersson in Pettersson's rookie season a few years ago, but it was a nice goal. It was 5 minutes left in the first period. The Canadiens, much like they did the entire period, were pressuring the Canucks. Nate Schmidt had an opportunity to clear the puck. He tried to go left, but Gallagher was there. He tried to go right, but Toffoli was there. They ended up stripping the puck and getting the puck out to Toffoli gets the puck out to Kotkaniemi in the slot. Höglander was just a second late trying to tie up his stick, and he puts it past Thatcher Demko, and it's 1-0 with 5 minutes remaining in the first period. Second period, right at the start of the second period, it was a 2-on-1. It was actually a bad pinch by Jordy Ben. JT Miller, it was too late to try and catch the trailer, or as the trailer, and Paul Byron on a 2-on-1 makes a really nice pass to Corey Perry, who makes a good move around Thatcher Demko and tucks it in the post, by the post. JT Miller, a little slow on the back check. Adam Gaudette not really checking anyone in the middle. And Tyler Myers, as he's apt to do on 2-on-1s, did not play that well either. So now the Montreal Canadiens are up 2-0 just 2 minutes into the second period. However, 3 minutes after that, on the Canucks' second power play of the game, Brock Boeser, wicked one-timer, passed Carey Price over Carey Price's left shoulder and over his glove hand. So it was a good pass from Miller on one side, up to Hughes, touch pass to Boeser, and then the wicked one-timer. You know, Boeser usually likes to grip it and rip it with his wrist shot, but this one was a one-time slap shot and right over Carey Price's glove, and we're feeling good. Just 3 minutes after Corey Perry made it 2-0, the Canucks cut the lead in half. But before the end of the period, it was Montreal's turn to score on a power play. Almost similar to, well, it wasn't completely similar to Brock Boeser's goal, but a similar result in that it was a slap shot from the same side, from the left side, and this time it was Shea Weber, who has the hardest shot in the entire NHL. So you can't fault Thatcher Demko for this. I rewatched it. I think all four Canucks kind of got caught in one corner. Then by the time Beagle realized that there was some other guys to cover, it was too late, and Shea Weber had too much room. So then it's 3-1 going into the second intermission. In the third period, Jeff Petrie, continuing his awesome play this season, scores from Kotkaniemi and Toffoli. So Toffoli gets his second point of the night, another assist. And this one was actually a poor entry by Brock Boeser into the Montreal zone. They turned it around. It wasn't so much an odd man rush, but it was certainly, at least there were like Boeser and another Canuck that were caught up ice. So I can't remember if it was a 3-on-3 or a 4-on-3, but some good passing. And then Petrie was able to walk in from almost the same spot that both Boeser and Weber scored from. And this shot also goes over Demko's glove, much like Weber's did. So all the goals were kind of beating Demko as Demko was going left to right, and then the puck was going back towards the far side. So now Montreal's up 4-1, 6 minutes into the third, pretty much a done deal. And the last goal of the game was 6 minutes remaining. Phillip Danault gets his first of the season, and you knew this was going to happen because John Shorthouse and John Garrett kept talking about how Danault hadn't scored yet this season. And that play was kind of weird. Like Edler was hurt, maybe blocking a shot. Myers was, I think he got a puck maybe up high or a stick. So both Edler and Myers were laboring around, struggling a little bit, and then Montreal was just relentless in their pressure, no mercy. And then they ended up, Danault scores on a centering pass from Edmondson from the corner. So, and that was the scoring, 5-1 for Montreal. The Canucks never looked to be a worthy sparring partner for Montreal tonight. And that's not an intentional play on the words on the fact that JT Miller and Ben Sherratt fought at the end of the first period. So let's talk about what I liked, what I didn't like, and one other thing. What I liked, pretty short list. I like Thatcher Demko's play. Yes, he led in 5 goals, but I'd say 4 of them weren't his fault. Maybe he could have played that Corey Perry one a little better. And I don't think he's fatigued. I don't think it has anything to do with that. And the Canucks do have a 2-day gap between now and their next game. but I thought he was fine. He still made 40 saves. Those were 45 shots he had to save and face, and many of them were of the good variety. I think of that Danault wraparound attempt. He faced 2 or 3 breakaways, so the Canucks were kind of slipping into their defensive miscues that plagued them about a month ago. So overall, I still think Thatcher Demko, in making 40 of 45 saves, I thought he had a solid game. So he's one player whose performance I did like. Also, I like the Canucks power play. I would like them to get more chances, but they did capitalize on 1 of their 3 chances, so that's not bad. So the goal was good. It was a quick bang bang play. Miller to, actually I missed one bang bang play. Miller to Hughes to Besser. So maybe I'll give props to the power play that way. And I actually thought that Mark Mckenzie played a pretty good game. He was noticeable, although he was in the penalty box for one of Montreal's power play goals. But he played 13 minutes, and I thought Jace Harlock was okay, although he only played 9 minutes. But he was noticeable, once again, drawing a penalty on Montreal. Okay, what didn't I like? So many things. I didn't like the Canucks' effort overall. Now, you can't expect them to play desperation hockey every single night, but we had a chance here to pull within 1 point of Montreal, admittedly with a few games in hand. But the Canucks looked flat from the very start, and the margin of the way they were outshot in the first period kind of spoke to that. And like I said, the Canucks were lucky to get out of the first period only down by 1. So I did not like the Canucks' effort overall. Travis Green talked about it in his press conference. He said that not a lot of players played well, and they couldn't make a pass. So I didn't like some of the hesitancy in their own end. And it wasn't just the defenseman. I'm not just going to blame Schmidt for that one goal or Edwin Myers for the other goals. Defense is a 6-man unit when you count the goalie too. But it's a 5-man unit. All 5 skaters have to work together. And I don't think that the forwards in particular did a good job of clearing pucks and making it hard on the Montreal forwards and D-men, on the Montreal players overall. I did think that Jordy Ben and Tyler Myers had a really rough night. And I think of a couple of goals where you can, even strength goals where they're on the ice. Ben with that bad pinch in the first, on that 2-on-1 that Perry scored on. And then I guess Myers, it was Ben and Myers on that one. And then Myers and Edler were on for that Danault goal. So overall, Myers was -3 on the night. Ben was -2 and Edler was -2. So again, it's not just on the blue liners, but they did not have a good night between them. In fact, Travis Hamonic was the only guy who was 0 and even, but he could have had a dash when, was it Toffoli or someone snuck by, maybe it was Danault, snuck by him on a play, and Demko had to bail them out with a save. So I didn't like that. And no, I'll save JT Miller for the next part. And I just thought a lot of the Canucks players were ineffective tonight. So whether that was Montreal with a really strong effort, maybe some of the line juggling didn't work tonight, but the magic that was there. And remember, actually the Canucks only scored 1 goal in regulation on Monday night, and that was with 40 seconds remaining, right? That was Adam Gaudette. So the Canucks offense has seemed to dry up a little bit. No surprise that it happens while Elias Pettersson's out of the lineup. So, not to pow on these guys, but I think defensively they weren't that good. Individual defensemen weren't that good. I simply think they were outclassed, out-hustled, outplayed tonight. They were definitely the second best team. And as Travis Green said, they probably got what they deserved tonight. One other thing, let's talk about JT Miller, because in my post-game live stream, so I did these out of order. Tonight I did my post-game live stream first because the game started so late. I wanted to do that and make sure it wasn't too late. And then I recorded this video afterwards. Okay. For the on the post-game live stream, JT Miller was a hot topic. Some people thought he had a strong game. Others were really thought he had a really poor game. You look at his stat, he had that 1 assist on the only Canuck goal. He was a -2, including that 2-on-1 where he could have back-checked harder on Corey Perry. 7 penalty minutes because he had 1 penalty, a hooking penalty, and the fight. Then he had 1 shot on goal, 1 hit, 1 giveaway, 56% face-off, 19 minutes of ice time. And remember, he was gone for 5 of those minutes because 7 of those minutes serving penalties, and he had 3.5 minutes of penalty power play time and 3 minutes of shorthanded time. Okay, so he was all over the map this game. I liked his goal, his assist, obviously. And there's another play where Jordy Ben lost his stick. Miller gave Ben his stick, and then Miller played that whole defensive zone shift without a stick, and it ended when he laid down and he blocked a shot from a Montreal point man with no stick. He just kind of laid sideways on the ice, and the puck hit him in the ribs, and then they were able to clear it. So those are some hustle plays that he did well. Not sure what the thinking was between the fight between him and Sherratt. I have to read about that. And he took a hooking penalty and also made a couple unforced errors and looked to be visibly frustrated. Remember how I think a couple games ago I talked about how JT Miller actually smiled after he scored a goal, that broken play against Toronto. Well, he's back to snarly, pouty, ticked off JT Miller. So whether that's good or bad, but that's the one thing I really noticed tonight. And I think they need him to be more of a leader and less of a hothead, especially in the absence of Elias Pettersson. Well, hey, Canucks fans, went for a bit there, but I maybe it's because I'm not rushing off to do a live stream. I've already done it, but would love to know in the comment section below what you thought about this game, and in particular, what you liked, what you didn't like, and tell me one other thing about the game. Yeah, leave a comment below. I love to read, react, and reply. As always, subscribe if you'd like to, like this video if you'd like to, and don't forget that, and become a member of this channel if you'd like to. Don't forget the Canucks have a 2-day gap, and then their next game is at home against Edmonton on Saturday before they go out on the road for 4 games, 2 against Ottawa and then 2 against this very same Montreal Canadiens team. So thanks again for watching, and leave that comment for sure. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Have a great night. God bless, and go Canucks go.